Uh, Good afternoon, friends. Today we are going to discuss energy density in electrostatics field. So, in this topic, we will discuss how we can calculate energy density when the certain charge are assembled in a particular area. So, let us drive this derivation, and then based on this, we will discuss one numerical. Now, to determine the energy present in assembly of charge, we must first determine amount of work necessary to assemble them. It means what? Suppose if I want to if I want to calculate the total energy density in this area, first of all I have to calculate how much work done is required to bring that charge from infinity to P1, infinity to P2, infinity to P3. In this way, first of all, we'll calculate the total charge or the total work done to assemble them in particular area. Suppose we wish to position 3-point charge Q1, Q2 and Q3 an infinite and from infinite place to a specific place. Now, if I'm talking about Q1, so initially there were no charge. This is empty area. Now, if I want to bring Q1 charge from infinity to Q, no work is required to transfer Q1 from infinity to P1 because the space is initially charge free and there is no electric field. So it means what we can say, that work done which is required to move Q1 charge from infinity to P1, so it will become 0. Now the work done in transferring Q2, this quite interesting, that the work done in transferring Q2 from infinite to P2, so the total work done is equal to the potential at P2. Okay, I hope you are getting my point, because already we have done that how to calculate the potential. Okay, so the work which is required to transferring Q2 from infinity to P2 is equal to the product of Q2 and the potential of V21 at P2. So you can say the total work done, that is W2. So it will become the total charge Q2 into the potential 1, 2. So how much potential is between 1 and 2? Okay, similarly, if work done in positioning Q3 at P3, Q3 at P3 is the product of the potential from this and this, so it will become W equal to W3 equal to, it will become Q3 V32 plus V31. Okay, where V32 and V31 is nothing but it is the potential at P3 due to Q1 and Q2 charge. Hence the total work done positioning 3 charge can be written 0 plus, or you can say W1 plus W2 plus W3. Now the total work done will become 0, because for Q1 charge the work done was 0. Then Q2 V12 plus Q3 V23 plus V31. Okay, now we can make it more simple. If the charges were positioned in reverse order, now let us say first we are putting Q3, then Q2 and Q1, so that net energy will become, net total work done will become, let's say total energy will become, let's say this is okay, so it will become W3 plus W2 plus W1. So work done to place Q3 charge is 0. For this one it will become Q2 V23 plus Q1 V12 plus V13. In this way we can write down. Okay, so where this V23 and and V21 are the potential at point P1 and P2 due to Q3. Now if you are adding them together, the total work done when we are putting charge from Q1 to Q3, Q1, Q2, Q3 on the second work done Q2, Q3, Q2 and Q1. In both cases the work done will be same. So the net work done we can say it will become 2W. Now let us add all both equations, and what we'll get? Q1 V12 plus V13 plus Q2 V21 plus V23 similarly plus Q3 V31 plus V32. So it will become Q1 V1 plus Q2 plus V2 plus Q3 V3. So this will become total work done, which can be written like Q1 V1 plus Q2 V2 plus Q3 V3. So we can write down the total work done is equal to WE equal to 1 by 2 Q1 V1 plus Q2 V2 plus Q3 V3. Okay. Now if we have to assemble n number of charge on a particular area, and then we are interested to calculate the total energy possessed by that electrostatics field, so it can be written WE equal to 1 by 2 summation of n k equal to 1 by k equal to 1 qk plus vk. So this is in joules. Now based on this let us have one numerical so that we can understand it properly. So through this numerical we'll understand 3 point charges having 1 nanocoulomb, second is 4 nanocoulomb, and third one is 3 nanocoulomb are located at 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 0, 0 respectively, and find the energy in the system. Okay. Now W equal to what? W1 plus W2 plus W3. It means what? The total energy required to assemble W1, W2 and Q1, Q2 and Q3. So the net energy will become the total energy of that system. Okay, so further it can be written 0 because of for -1 coulomb the energy is required 0. Then for Q2 charge it will become V21 plus for Q3 it will become V31 plus V32. Now Q2 can be written Q1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, and it will become the total potential. I'm talking about V12. So it will become, because the positions is 0 0 0 and 0 0 1, so it will become 0 0 1 minus 0 0 0 plus Q3 4 pi epsilon 0, Q1 1 0 0 minus 0 0 0 plus Q2, which can be written 1 0 0 minus 0 0 1. Further, it can be written, if you simplify this equation, we will get, if you simplify this, so if we simplify this equation, it will become 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 bracket Q1 Q2 plus Q1 Q3 plus Q2 and Q3 upon root 2. Okay, so if you make it more further, it can be written 1 upon 4 pi dot 10 raised to power 9 minus 9, 36 pi minus 4 minus 3 plus 12 by root 2 into 10 raised to power minus 18, and it will become 9 12 by root 2 minus 7 nano joule. So it will become 13.37 nano joule. So this is the net work done which is required, or you can say this is the net energy or work potential energy density possessed by that assembly of charge. Now there is one more way by which you can solve that same question. By there's one more way by which you can solve this alternative method actually. So as we know that W can be written 1 by 2 summation K will become 1 and it will lead to 3 K. Further it can be written 1 by 2 Q1 V1 plus Q2 V2 plus Q3 V3. So it will become if you put the value of Q1 V1 and V2 and V3, we will get Q1 by 2 under bracket Q2 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 1 plus Q3 4 pi epsilon 0 1 bracket plus Q2 by 2 Q1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 bracket 1, this is the distance actually of Q1 charge, plus Q3 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 bracket root 2. Similarly, you can calculate for Q3, it will become Q3 upon 2 bracket Q1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 1 plus Q2 4 pi epsilon 0 bracket root 2. Now if you solve this entire equation, you will get 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 bracket q1 q2 plus q1 q3 plus q1 q2 q3 upon root 2. So this is the net answer. Now put the value of q1 q2 and q3. We will get 9 12 upon root 2 minus 7, it will around. So you may find that the in both ways, whether we are taking by individual or collective formula, in both cases the energy density is same. In this one case this is 13.7, and in this case again we are getting same. Now there is one more numerical which you are supposed to solve. So one more numerical is floated for you. You are supposed to solve this numerical. This numerical is point charges q1 equal to 1 nanocoulomb, q2 equal to minus 2 nanocoulomb, q3 equal to 3 nanocoulomb, and q4 is equal to minus 4 nanocoulomb are positioned at a time, and in that order that at 001. So the q1 is kept at 001, then q2 is kept after putting q1, the q2 is kept, that is 100, then q3 is kept, that is 00 minus 1. Okay, then after putting q3, q4 is kept 001 respectively. Now calculate the total energy in the system after each charge is positioned. So one by one you have to calculate the total energy density when q1 is kept, q2 is kept, q3 is kept, and then total energy. So for your hint, I have written the answer. You are supposed to get the same answer. So for first charge it will become 0. For second charge, for q2 charge it will be minus 18 nanojoule. For third charge it will become minus 29.81 nanojoule, and for q4 charge it will become minus 68.27 nanojoule. So this is all about regarding to the energy density. In the next topic, in the next lecture we will discuss further on the energy densities. Thank you very much. So dear friend, one more question is floated for you. Now here it is written that a charge distribution with a spherical symmetry has density rho v is equal to 0 and 0, rho 0 and 0. Rho 0 for the case when r is small r is greater than 0 and less than capital R, and 0 is when the small r is greater than capital R. Determine V everywhere and the energy stored in the region r is greater than, small r is greater less than capital R. Now in order to solve this question, first of all we'll calculate the total electric field intensity everywhere. It means what? For both cases, when r is less than capital R and greater than 0, and when r is less than greater than capital R. So first we will calculate E everywhere, and then we will calculate electrical potential. So now when we know that Gauss law is state that the total charge enclosed in a surface can be written epsilon 0 integral E dot ds is equal to Q enclosed equal, further it can be written rho v dv, integral rho v dv. So this is the Gauss law. Now when we are talking about when r is greater than, small r is less than capital R, so the equation will become epsilon 0 er 4 pi r square, total charge enclosed this region 0 to r, 0 to pi, 0 to 2 pi, and further if you are putting the value of er, we will get rho r, r square sin theta, d theta, d phi, and dr. Now we are putting the values, if we are solving this integral, we'll get 0 to r 4 pi r square rho 0 r upon r dr, and the net answer you will get rho 0 pi 4 r 4 upon r. Now E can be written rho 0 r square 4 epsilon 0 r square ar. Now if small r is greater than capital R, it will become epsilon 0 er 4 pi r square q enclosed, and further it can be written, because it is in spherical coordinate, so it will become 0 to r, 0 to 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi rho v r square sin theta d phi d theta and dr. And if you solve this equation, first we will move from 0 to r, and then for r to capital R to small r, so it will become, so it can be written integral 0 to r rho 0 v r upon capital R 4 pi r square dr, and then r to capital R to r, because in this region the density is 0, so this term will become 0, and final net answer will get, it can be written E equal to rho 0 r cube upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r square ar. So this is our electric field for both cases. Now we will calculate the total potential in both case, and then we will calculate energy densities for the both cases. Now after calculating electric field intensity, we will calculate potential. So potential can be calculated V equal to minus E dot dl. So already we have calculated the electric field for the case when the small r is greater than capital R. It can be written, electric field intensity already we have derived, that is rho 0 r cube upon 3 epsilon 0 r square ar. Now if you are putting the value of E over here, we will get minus rho 0 r cube upon 3 epsilon 0 1 upon r square ar, dr. Now if you solve this integral, we will get rho 0 r cube upon 3 epsilon 0 r square plus c1. So similarly and at the same time at r equal to infinity, v will become 0 and the c1 will become 0. Now in the second case, for small r is less than capital R, it can already be derived that electric intensity is rho 0 v upon 3 epsilon 0 ar. Now if you putting the value of E in this equation, v equal to minus integral E dot dl, we can write down minus rho 0 upon 3 epsilon 0 r dr, and we can calculate v2 equal to, it will become rho 0 r square upon 6 epsilon 0 plus c2. Further in the from part 1 we can write down when v equal to v at r equal to capital R, so it will become rho 0 upon rho 0 r square upon 3 pi epsilon 0. You can write down with this equation, you can write down r square into rho 0 upon 3 epsilon 0 equal to rho 0 r square upon 6 epsilon 0 plus c2, and c2 tends to r square rho 0 upon 2 epsilon 0. So you will get the value v equal to rho 0 upon 6 epsilon 0 3 r square minus capital R square, small r square. Now we will calculate the energy densities in the same region for both two cases. Now if you want to calculate the total energy stored in given region, can be written as we have derived this equation, that W equal to 1 by 2 d dot E dV, which can be further written 1 by 2 epsilon 0 E integral E square dV. Now for this case the E can be written rho 0 r upon 3 epsilon 0 ar, and if you put the value in this equation, we will get 1 by 2 epsilon 0 rho 0 square upon 9 epsilon 0 0 to r integral theta will vary from 0 to pi, and the phi will vary from 0 to 2 pi r square sin theta d phi d theta and dr. Now if you solve this equation, we will get rho 0 square upon 18 pi epsilon 0 4 pi dot r5 raised to 5, and the limit of r will vary from 0 to capital R. Now it will become 2 pi rho 0 square r5 and 45 epsilon 0 g. So this is the net energy densities in the contained by 0 to r. Okay, now so the point is if we having one sphere and this is the r actually, and this is the radius of that sphere, so the total energy density in this sphere can be written 2 pi rho 0 square 4 r5 45 epsilon 0 joule. So thank you very much. This is all about the energy densities, and now in next lectures we'll calculate the potential due to various charge distribution. Thank you.